Okay, this is Coach Des here. It's just week 4. We have the Dolphins versus the Seahawks. So I'm going to get and say this a little bit real quick. Usually you have 4 preseason games, and so the chemistry is not there. But you should be mixing and mingling and know exactly what you need to do to get the job done. So with that being said, we got the Dolphins versus the Seahawks. How can the Dolphins beat the Seahawks? Well, let's look at it. Right now, the Dolphins is averaging 5 yards per carry going right and 4 yards per carry going left. They also are strong going down the middle, passing down the middle, 10.69. But they average almost 2 sacks per game and 1 interception per game, but no fumbles. Now let's see what they give up on defense. Seahawks give up 4.61 yards per carry going to right. So if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to run the ball, but I'm going to run it all day long going right. Look at what they give up on passing. I don't know who the Dolphins have that can run the quarterback can pass the ball to, but I will be trying to pass the ball all day long on them. They give up 10 yards per passing on the right, 16.6 yards passing down the middle, 12 yards passing down the left. They average almost 2 sacks per game, 1.33 interceptions per game, and 0.67 fumbles per game. They are going to get that, as you can see, except for they won't get the fumble, but they're going to get the sack and they're going to get the interceptions. How can they contain running and passing? If you want to win this game, Dolphins, you need to pass. Go to the right, rushing right, and then keep passing. That's how you're going to win this game. How can you stop Seattle? Well, let's look at Seattle's offense. But let's look at your defense. Now, Seahawks, you average 4.89 yards rushing right. You average 5.3 yards rushing left. Your strongest is right down the middle. Passing, you're averaging about 15 yards passing down the middle, especially in the first quarter and in the third quarter. You're more stronger going down, passing to the right with 15 yards per carry in the fourth quarter. But this is your problem right here. 3.67 sacks per game. You cannot, as a quarterback, keep taking those type of hits. You're not going to last long in this league. You've got to clean this up. Interceptions, 0.67. Fumbles, 1. Defense, Dolphins, you give up 5 yards rushing right and 5 yards rushing left. So if I was the Seahawks, I would run all day long on y'all. That by me running, I'm going to keep that clock running. It's going to force y'all to use a timeout. Defense, I don't know who's on those outside corners, but you got to clean this out. The outside linemen, you got to clean it up. Middle linemen, look at this. 12.56, you giving up rushing right. And I don't blame that on the middle linemen. I blame this on the corners, because you're following the wide receivers. 12.56 and 12.4. That's your wide receivers, and you running that route. So these 2 corners are giving this up. And I don't know where your safety is playing at, if it's playing too deep or not. But you cannot give up this many yards, because guess what? They're going to take each and every mile that you give up. You give up an inch, they're going to take a mile. You're averaging 2.3 sacks per game, 0.3 interceptions, and 1.3 fumbles. You're going to get the sacks because they give up 3.67 sacks. You're going to get the sacks. You're going to get that fumble because they give that up. You might get that interception too. But you gotta capitalize on it. You got to. If you don't, you're gonna lose. So I can't help you enough and tell you more than what I just told you. You gotta shut it down right here, and you gotta clean this up, or they gonna win the game. So your corners, your middle line, outside linemen, y'all got to do better. And if you're going in to get at the quarterback, you need to communicate with your people and say, hey, look, I'm going after the QB. I need you to watch my spot. Look, this is what y'all average. Dolphins, you average 25 points per game. Seahawks is averaging 34 points per game. So I got the Seahawks winning by 9. You can change this. It's up to you. I can't give you no more information than what I just gave you. So with that being said, peace out.